floated the chat. If that'll work. There we go. ACL. And Lily Rose, how are you both? Always the first there. Nice to see you both today. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the 2 likes, guys. Appreciate that. I'm assuming that was you too. Actually, that camera's all messed up, isn't it? Let's get that straight so the wheel could actually be straight on your screen. Lily Rose says, I'm bad. Well, nice to meet you, Bad. Hey, what's up, Joel? How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. Nice to see you, man. Another day. Another batch of clay. San, how's it going? Nice to see you. Wow, Ben, why a joke? What do you mean? The one like you, Gail. Thanks, Gail. Actually, there's 4 of them. Did you do all 4 too, Gail? I'm just going to tie for some. You're tired? Yeah. Actually woke up rejuvenated today. I sweat the whole winter out yesterday and woke up and was like, okay, let's get back to almost summer. Which is good. Got a lot done. Got a lot done this morning. Gail says, I'm well. How are you? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Gail. Billy Rose, my dad was bad. Oh, well, you wrote you were bad. You wrote I'm bad. I like to keep my likes for YouTube going like, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, Gail. So I'm working on a new order. Got everything done that I needed to with that last one. So on to the next store order. CS says, wow. How's it going, CS? Welcome to you. Rose, this looks so cool. Thanks, Lily. Appreciate you. So I'm going to start with the 6-pound pots for this order. Whenever I do a store order, I usually like to start with the bigger pots first so they can dry in time to fire with the other ones. So this probably will be a 3, maybe 4 day order. This is going to a store in New Jersey. So I'm going to start with the 6-pound pots. Maybe move on to 4 pounds. I don't know. I might even just do a couple in between, depending on what I get done. And then next week, I have to get on to making stuff for the retail shop. I'm just pretty much out of stock on there. I do have stuff on my website still, not all that much, but I need to get stuff for the in-person brick and mortar store, even though it's not brick and mortar. It's wood. If I'm missing chat, sorry. Yes, that looks impressive. Hey, thanks. Yes, making it look easy. Nah, you just gotta make 1,000 of them, and it is easy. 1,000 of each shape. Then you get it. Marco said, hi, how's it going? Passerby said hi. How's it going, passerby? Hope you're doing well. I guess it would be evening for you, or very late night. Hope you're doing well today, buddy. £6 pot. There we go. I don't know what I need. I need 2 of these, then 2 of the next kind, and 2 of the next kind. So, let's go. Let's get it done. Time is money. You gotta make this fast and accurate. Yeah, hope everybody's watching is having a good day. So what I'm doing is I'm going all the way down, creating a drainage hole, lifting up about 1/8 of an inch, a little bit more maybe. Yeah, a little more. Compressing the base, coloring in, compressing the rim, and going for the first pull. Pushing out, pushing in equally, every rotation lifting. It lifts the pot up. Do one first pull, let's do second pull. Just lining up the bottom there, compressing the top every pull. And I'll use my rib. This is about a 9-inch pot. A little bit bigger, a little shrink though. Probably down to 8.75, something like that inches. Deb, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. A member of the Wolff pack. All right. So I'm just going to put a bead right here. And use some water just to lubricate it a little bit and then flare out the rim. Yep. That's about 10.5 inches actually. I misspoke. Clean up the bottom. Now I just clean up the whole sides of the pot. Because I like it to be as clean as possible. Clean up the rim. Do the same on the inside. Get all the water out of the inside, because if I left it there, it would just disintegrate the base. There we have it. Stamp. My name. A lot of Ben Wolff pots out there. Simplistic. And the number, 6 pounds. So it's a 6-pound pot, so it gets a number 6 on there. I could tell the pricing and everything from that. So there we go. Now it's on to another shape. Actually, move these off to the side. Next shape. I think they want to. I don't need to think. I need to know. All right. I wanted the traditional full pot. So same height, same width. Omar said hi, how's it going? Rasul said hi, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna say her name wrong. Giovanna, I guess that's hi. I don't know, sorry, I only speak English. But welcome to you. Hope we don't lose power, that would suck. It's been happening often lately here though. I don't know what the deal is with that. Especially on rainy days. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay out there in the YouTube world? Charlie says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Charlie. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Troy says, we'll be down in your neck of the woods tomorrow. Where can I get one of your pots? Well, you can click, you can go on my website, benwellpottery.com, and you can click pick up, and you can pick up here at the house for what I have on the website. You could also visit my dad's shop, which has a very minimalistic amount of pots, of my pots. And also in the area, there's Litchfield Hills Nursery that has them. There's 100 Main, which is in Falls Village. So yeah, there's 4 options for it. But if you click on my website and click pick up, you can pick up here at my house, and I'll meet you outside kind of deal. I do not have a store at the house. Maybe someday. I will, I don't know. Life's so busy. It's a debate. There's you doing that. Hey, thanks, Fresh Cup of Joel, for throwing the link. Why don't you talk with the person behind you? I don't know. They're there, and I don't need to. I've said enough to them. Okay, there we go. Hope that helps, Charlie, by the way. Charlie says, oh, I love Litchfield Hills. How about Shakespeare? Shakespeare does have, I don't know how much they have. They did not grab a lot this this beginning of spring for me. I would suggest to call Shakespeare's if you're in that neck of the woods and ask them if they still have Benwell pots. I know they have some of my dad's, but I don't know how much they still have of mine. I'd have to talk with Mark down there and see what he has left. But I know they had a bunch last year, and I don't know if they still have any left or not. But yeah, what a great place Shakespeare's is. I forgot about Shakespeare's Garden. That was horrible of me. How could I forget about Mark and Shakespeare? pot number 1. I have to do 2 of these. 6-pound full pots. Very basic, traditional English full pot shape. And tomorrow will be Friday, so I will be here if you need to pick up at the house. Pickups on the weekend. I usually ask them to meet me down at my father's shop because I'm there from 12 to 5 on weekends. Yeah, never a problem to stop by Shakespeare's car to check. Yeah, exactly. Never know what might follow me home, right? They've got a good selection of stuff in there for sure. Good people. They're good people. KP says hi. How's it going? Rita said hi. KP, sorry if you don't remember me. I think I remember KP. I don't know. There's a lot of names that do pop through here, but it's nice to see you in here. KP says thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for the 26 likes, guys. Already, it's nice of you. That's nice of you to do. Oh, you guys can't even see what I look like. That's what I look like. Ooh, ugh. Chat is so quiet. Chat is quiet today, guys. It's been a rainy day. Everybody's quiet in the chat. There we go. Second one of those done. Next pot's going to be the Tuscan rim. There's a little more decoration to it. Let's get that tool ready anyway. Next pot. Kel says, nice haircut. Feel better now? Yeah, I do. Thank you. Yeah, no, I do feel better because I sweat everything out of me yesterday working on those trees. I literally stopped sweating because I had no more. I drank like, I think it was 4 or 5 waters. I didn't even pee. Probably could have used electrolytes, but whatever. But I woke up feeling quite rejuvenated. Some muscles obviously hurt, but I just haven't moved tree work gets me sometimes, especially when you haven't done it in a while. So, running chainsaw. I didn't do too many cuts. Probably like about 100 cuts on the saw. So, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Still got a lot of burning to do. But we got quite a bit done. Just cranked on the tunes real loud and went at it. All right, Tuscan rim. Gotta remind myself. Otherwise I'll make something else. Piece of clay has a little bit of stuff going on with it. That's okay. Work through it. I start out with more of a flat rim on this one. And then kind of push in, make a nice spot for a bead. A little bit of an angle for the rim. Again, compressing the rim and cleaning it up every time. Okay, there's that. And I cut the underneath this. That just alleviates a lot of the trimming. And I have this little tool here, which is basically just a, what do you call it, roulette, coggle, rolling tool. But what it is a Nesquik top. And it creates a heavy dent in the top of the rim. I'll show you guys when it's done because you probably can't see where it's going. It's on. I have no idea what you wrote, but hello to you. As Gail calls this the castle rim. So sometimes the bat gets stuck. I have to on there. That's what the rim does. I don't know if you could. Let's go down here. Maybe a little better. Yeah. That's what that tool does. Me being the tool. Wholesale season always gets you. I'm throwing a lot of pots lately, guys. Somebody said hi. How's it going? If I said that name wrong, I'm sorry, but hello to you. I have to do one more of those. It's on to some other stuff. Pretty much the same shapes, but different sizes. Charlie says, do you throw it to order, or do you have to stock up when you have time between orders? Kind of both. I mean, if it's something in my wheelhouse of stuff that I do, then I can throw one or two in there. But it's usually it's a decent weight. If I was to make something today, we'd be out a week or 2 weeks later, depending on what's going on with the kiln, how packed it is with stuff that's already ordered. The best way is to order something I already have from stock. But yeah, I can do something if you need something. I can just make it right here on the stream for you. That way we know it's made. That's one way to do it. Hey, Rhonda, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. David Cube says, hello there, you doing good? Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Are you doing well? Thanks for tuning in. Little Jordan said hi. How's it going? So there's all 6 of the 6-pound pots that I needed to have done. Let me just move this off this side. I'm gonna grab a 4-pound piece and get started on those. All right, what do we got? How many of these? This one's all 4 of them. Easy enough. Cool, you know what, I know I already have a certain amount of the other one. Just remembered that, I could check that off the list as well. It's nice when I'm ahead on certain things, guys. Because I'm always behind. Ashish says, hi, how's it going? Different pot than the last time I see. Will stamp it twice. Yeah. Yeah, you remember that live? That's so funny. I stamped it like 6 times, actually. All right, so I need 4 of these 4 pounds in each shape. That'll be a dozen of them. I don't know if we'll get through that. I already did a ton of stuff today. We're only half an hour in. Sweet. I'm flying along, guys. That's a good thing. What shape should I do first? I think I'm going to go with the regular full pop. Why not? Why not? Because why not, right? There's my height. Cube says yee. Plowing head. Hey, thanks for those 57 likes, guys. That's really nice of you. Autumn Work says hi. How's it going, Autumn? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning the dial to the Pottery channel. What are you making? Making flower pots, like I always do. But yeah, I'm making a store order for a store in New Jersey. In Jersey. What are you doing, Autumn? Doing well? I like how with the finger marks, I like how with the finger marks and the frame rate, it looks like an upward spiral. Yeah, right. The interior throw rings. Yeah. People always ask me, could you just leave it like that? And I've never done that. It'd be fun to do though. I bet you people would like it. Other potters would be like, really? But other potters aren't really the customers, are they? Though I do buy other potters' pots. So like the insiders thing with those rings. Like I'll leave them up all the way up. That'd be cool. Okay, time to grab another. Another box of clay. So I went through another 50 pounds here. Got another 25-pound log of clay. So this is what the clay ends up looking like in the beginning here. So hello random. Hello random. Welcome to you. There's no right or wrong way to perform art. That's subjective. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Hello Random. I haven't seen you in a while in here. It's nice to see you. Cheeseburgers for Randers. 2 more of these. Somebody else's name I can't pronounce said hi. Hello to you. Welcome. How are you doing, Randers, by the way? Everything treating you well? Regina says hi, and Fred said hi. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Hello to you. Another 4-pound pot. There we go. Need one more of this shape. I just nicked the rim. Why does Nick get all the credit, right? Just in the nick of time, you nick the rim. I'm gonna pronounce your name wrong. I'll just call you Anderson, says hi. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. That's my own problem, because I do not have a fully functional brain. So, I'll move these off to the side. We're going to do one more of that shape. This is the other shape I was doing before. One of the other shapes. Did I stamp the last two? I did. I did. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to you. Welcome to everybody that's just said hi. As it's past tense. They said hi. Says hi? Would be in... See, this is where my brain doesn't work right. I'm not paying attention. Well, paying attention is important. Because you just missed the giveaway. The furnace is kicking on. It's summer. Why? It's not cold. It's not cold. It's not cold. Gail says, I'm back. Nice to meet you back. I had to answer the door. Funny thing is that the chin didn't move, but live stream did. I was gone for 20 minutes. Yeah, the chat isn't so busy today. You might need to scroll down now. I don't know. I'm gonna get your name wrong again. I'm sorry. Prizam? Is that how I say? Prizam? Welcome to you, Deb. It's so cold and rainy. Yeah, it's rainy. I guess it's cold, but here, but it's not that bad. Brando? No, I don't need to try. I know you might want that, but I don't need to try. I already have one of those. Do you? Been rainy in France too. Oh, is it? I didn't know that's where you're from. That's cool. I've never been to France. That'd be cool to do. Maybe someday. Zany, Zany said hi. How's it going? Welcome to you. Thanks for 75 likes, guys. It's really cool for only 50 minutes in here. Okay, there's 4 of those done. I have to do 4 of the other 2 styles. The style brow. You're sorry I didn't came back. Nice. Where would you want to? Where would I want to visit in France? Good question. I mean, I don't want to be the typical like. Oh, I want to see Paris. I'd rather see the country. So, if I was ever to go there, I like going into the country of different countries if I ever get to go. So, you tell me, what's a good area for a beautiful country? And by that I mean like fields and beautiful views that way. Let's see. It's raining and cold in Baltimore today. Yeah. Yeah, it's raining here too. And I guess it's cold, but one of those old school people like, after a certain date the furnace should not be on. If you're cold, put on a sweatshirt. If you're even colder, put on a hat. If you're cold, do 20 push-ups. Uh, some places are more boring than other, and unlike America, they're only 20 minutes away from each other. I like boring, so um, the lavender fields of Province. That's the kind of idea I was thinking right there. Those are the kind of words put together that sound like that'd be nice. Countryside is nice and calm. The Alps are nice. Well, yeah, that'd be sweet. French Alps are nice. That'd be sweet. I do ski. I haven't in a long time, but I can, and I've always said that I should get to the Alps someday, especially in the spring and summer. Nice. I put it on a sweatshirt. Yeah, Gil. I think we're the same frame of mind. Endless lavender fields. That'd be pretty cool. Smell good. Yeah, they sell a lot of tiny lavender bags to put in your wardrobe. It keeps your clothes. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Lavender. Yeah. Well, back in the day, they would call those something that would be a derogatory term to homosexuals now. So they call it a lavender blank, and that's what it would be called. Um, but yeah, so they'd wrap them. You'd wrap a bundle of lavender sticks, and you put them in your drawers or your in your wardrobes, and it would make everything smell nice for a very long time. You call that too, right? Thank you. Hmm. Well, that was just the old way of calling them, the one I described. I know people that make those, and that's what they have called them, and I've said that they've been called throughout history that. So, actually, my friend Rajiv did a video about those. point of this channel. I think it was on YouTube, if not on Instagram, something like that. Water break. Safety say, gotta rehydrate. It's an interesting fact I didn't know. Thanks, yeah. HBO official. Or HB official. How's it going? Welcome there. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to everybody here. Hope everybody, well wishes to everybody, their day, night, evening, whatever it may be. Here with a couple sips of water. Paul up says hi. How's it going? Cube says cheers. Yeah. I read it correct. I knew what you were getting at. The power or the furnace is off. Hey Joyce, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for tuning in. You don't? You don't, Cube? That was a decent one. I'll give it a... Gail says it's chilly and pouring here. Yeah, it's raining softly here. It is cold. But I said I guess after yesterday I was overly hot. So this feels good, whatever. You 2 likes, guys. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. It's like the worst song to have stuck in your head. I don't even know where that came from. Once there was a school. Got into an accident and couldn't go to school. Ugh. Ugh. Get out of there. That doesn't need to be there. I know. Oh, I know, passerby. That's why I was like, please get out of there. It was there for a second. I don't know where it came from, but I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Let's think of a different one. Just something quick. I'll just wait till tomorrow. There we go. Gone. You reminded me of an Australian band. How about that? Oh, that song sucks so bad. It really. if the people who made that song or anybody in that band is watching, I'm sorry. It's just one of those songs that pretty much almost made me rip out my radio a few times. Back in the day. Let's get him another song of mine. Yeah. There you go. Go with let's go with some oldies or something. Feeling like an oldie mood. It's a small world that lives in your head. Rent free. The one that always pops up in my head is the whistling part in Patience from Guns N' Roses. That pops up on the daily. Take me home singing. Take me home now. So keep those letters and cards coming, folks. The twist. There we go. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. I know that's not twist and shout. Come on, Ben. That's all. I don't know. It's amazing that, like, when you turn on like regular radio, terrestrial radio now, that classic rock is like Pearl Jam. And that's how old it. That's how old I am. Like, I cannot believe that. When I was young, classic rock was Jimi Hendrix or Janis Joplin or any of that stuff. So now that I'm classic, now that Guns N' Roses and Metallica is classic rock, or what do they call it? What do you youngsters call it? Divorced dad rock? I was gonna say Patience intro. I can't whistle well. I can only whistle in. Isn't that weird? Can't whistle out. I can't. I suck at whistling. What? Wait. Would you like Queen? I wasn't a big fan of Queen, and Brian May's killer guitar player. But I guess That's not true. I like the soundtrack to Highlander, which was all done by Queen. So they had some kick-ass songs in that one. Here we are, born to be kings. We are the princes of the universe. Yeah. Yeah, but I wasn't a fan of Queen. Just, they're good, but I don't know. Never got into them. But that would be the era that I would be considered classic rock in my head. But like I said, things change. Janis was very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like. You ever see there was a video I saw not long ago with her, like Levon Helm and all those guys from the band. Um, Jerry Garcia, they were all on a bus, and yeah, that was a cool video actually. It was like they would just kind of grab their acoustics and were having fun. It was a cool little jam. I think it's on YouTube. It was fun to see. Hey, Sunset, what's going on? Polita, am I saying that right? Said hi, how's it going? Too sad I wasn't born in this legendary era. Yeah, I'm happy where I was born. I mean, it would have been nice to live in the 50s for music, I would say. For music. But there's so much music I've enjoyed. I'm glad. I got to live in a cool time frame. If you think about it. I got to have life where there was no internet, and then I got to have life where there is. I got to experience a whole different side of life that you try to explain to kids, and they don't understand. It's hard for them to imagine. So just like it's hard for me to imagine, like my grandmother's generation, seeing the washing machine come out, or whatever it may be. But welcome to you, Sunset. Hope you're doing well. You've been making pots over there? You're in New York, right? You've been making pots up there in New York? Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Joyce, I'll check it out. She certainly had her fun. Yeah, she certainly did, didn't she? She sure did. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Sunset. Thanks for cruising in today. Wishing you the best. Hope everything's going well. Are you acclimated to the area you moved to? AC/DC. Yeah, there you go. I'm back in black. I was into AC/DC a little bit. That's a good band to learn some of the guitar riffs from when you're learning guitar. So I definitely was part of that. Even the drumming is that's a good band to practice along with for beginning stages of drums. I said, no, not yet. I found my old clay, but wasn't sure if I can use it. I'm going to get better clay soon. Money is tough right now. No, I hear you. My daughter loves it in New York. Her first time feeling grass, and she was like, "What the hell?" Right? Right, because you were in Florida, right? Florida, was it? Yeah. Well, wait until snow happens, right? That'll be the cool moment, I would say. But yeah, well, it sucks. The clay is too hard, but you could do things. So you could take the clay and like smash it into a long block and then put holes in it with your fingers and fill those holes up with water. And then come back, the next day and wedge it. That's an easy way to soften the clay. You'd have to wedge it all like incessantly, but you'd be able to get it. Do I have everything counted right here? Okay, yeah. This is the last one of these. I have to do the Tuscan. Sorry guys, talking to myself. What's new? What's new, Ben? Not much. Do you remember yesterday? No, I don't. Do you? No. It's air dry clay. So not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never messed around with the air dry clay. I've never messed around. I've seen it before. Like Sheffield Pottery has some. And I've never messed around with it, so I really don't know what like the makeup of the clay is. So I don't know if it would be able to be reclaimed or not, but I saw Simon Leafs do that in one of his vids. Do what, Joyce? You saw Simon do. Was it the reclaim thing you're saying? It's like an old English method, so that would make sense. Punch holes, yeah. Yeah. Would make sense. I haven't seen that. I should watch his video and see what that's about. Simon's awesome. I got to hang out with him 15 years ago, maybe even more. We had a great time. He stayed at my dad's when he was first moving to America, rather, before he went over and went to Pennsylvania. We kind of cruised around the whole area. We got to make pots together. He taught me some cool little secrets. I thought that was fun. Got to see him mess around with it. You know how he had the one-handed challenge? Well, he could do 2 wheels and 1 hand each to make a general purpose bowl. So that was fun. He's a good guy. Very nice person. Have you done this? What icon? What? Have you done this? Have you done the hilarious guy? Are you asking me if I'm gay? No, I'm straight. I'm straight, man. Let's see. I use paper, kind of air dry clay. I prop an acrylic paint over. It dried super weirdly because I got impatient. Oh, gotcha. Actually, I don't need. Let's get started up. Jeffro. Is that your name, Jeffro? That's cool. It's kind of like Jethro, but Jeffro. What's the tallest thing you've ever made? Tallest, 22 inches tall, because my kiln's that big, so can't go much bigger than that. Wow. All right. Well, we went through that other 25-pound bag. We need another 25-pound bag of clay. Let's do it. We're getting her done today, guys. Jeff Ross says thanks. No, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking. The beds have dried. And you wouldn't want to eat those. No, there is clay in a lot of different things that we do ingest, which is very strange. This clay has sand in it. I would not suggest to eat clay at all, but there's a lot of things that we do eat. What was the one I was hearing the other day? Like kaolin, how do you want to say it? Kaolin clay? Was in Pepto-Bismol, wasn't it? Is that it? I'd have to, I don't know where I was hearing this. Somebody was talking about it. But there is random things, like toothpaste has clay in it. A lot of toothpastes have clay in it. No, you don't ingest that, or you shouldn't. Are you hungry there, Cube? 95 likes, thanks guys, appreciate that. Hey, whatever you're into, I guess. I ain't gonna judge. Oh, I almost messed up here because this needs to be a Tuscan rim. Let's get that before I completely mess everything up. Actually, because I did that, I need to pull a little bit taller. I was lining this spot up to be something different. Like an idiot. You just ate dinner? Nice, what'd you have? Clay? Clay pie. Undercooked zucchini. Hey, Murad, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. How's everything going, Terry? You doing well? I was working away at the, I guess it's the third store order this month. But cranking away. A lot of pots. Nice to see you in here, man. But the soup we get each dinner is Eleanor's. Nice. You have soup every dinner? Aaron says I'm doing good. All right. Thought I was making a regular full pot with this, so I lined it up different, but I was able to save it. There's a Tuscan rim. 3 more of those. And then I'm done with the 4-pound pots. And every one of these is going to need a saucer. I'm so behind. I'm just thinking about like all the stuff that's not down at the retail shop right now. Like And it's spring, so everybody's out looking for stuff. And I ain't got it. I was very well packed up, but a lot of people came in and grabbed everything, so. Hey, Country Carpenter. Hope you're doing well, man. Nice to see you in here today. How are things going? Thanks, Pat. Hopefully better. I hope things are going better for you too, if they're not going so great. See, now I know I'm actually doing a Tuscan room, so I'm lining everything up properly. And we're good to go. 2 pulls. Done. I think I even went up 2 of them. Cube says I'm gonna go for and before going to sleep. All right, sounds good. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good evening. I'll probably be back on again tomorrow. So if you're around, tune in. Yeah, nice chatting with you too. I don't know what the last thing you wrote is, though. 104 likes. Jeez, kid. Just keeps going up. You're all so nice. See you tomorrow. All good. Pass her by. It's like 4 in the morning for you, bud. Is it not? Oh, 400 hours. Yeah. All right. I'm all caught up with the chat. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I read things. Sometimes I don't. There's a Tuscan room I'm working on. These are about 8 inches. Nothing too big here. First shift is in the afternoon. Oh, I hear you. You'll have time to get some sleep then. Hey, Shuriken Zone, how's it going? I killed the dingleberries. What the? That was really good. How's it going, Shuriken Zone? Hope you're doing well. What are you up to? Chucking around weapons? Get in the zone. Shuriken Zone. They were dangling off the wall of the pot. Oh, I thought you meant my hair. And then I cut my hair. Referring to my hair as shtickla. That was funny. From yesterday's stream. You're just killing time, waiting to go home. Yeah, the weapons chucking comes later. There you go. Sorry if that's that's probably not the technical term of how you describe that action. But you can educate me in it. Like, just saying you chuck weapons. One more of these. feet are dragging today. That's hilarious. You just hear me like, feet are dragging. Literally. Juanita says super. Hey, welcome to you. Thanks for the nice comment. That term is technical enough for me. All right, cool. I didn't want to offend you. I don't want to get on your bad side. Yeesh. Are you doing okay? Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, no, yesterday I moved a lot of wood and cut a lot of wood and everything, so I was feeling good, and then just getting, I think it's starting to catch up with me now. That's all right. Some food in me, and then back to it kind of deal. Am I feeling okay? You don't seem like you're doing okay. Are you doing okay over there, Ben? Ha ha. Shuriken Zone says, ha ha. You said wood. Gail says, what's Buddy doing? I usually hear him walk around. I think he's tired out too. Rainy day. I don't know why he's not walking around. Good point, Gail. I think he's tired. He's usually pacing around. But rainy days, he's like, that's it. He hates the rain. He literally hates, he won't go outside. He's like, I don't want to go out there. He puts his brakes on. He's like, I ain't going out. It's so funny. Doesn't like it. But he'll roll around in like feces and stuff. He's an idiot. Nah, he doesn't do that very often. But he does do funny things like that. Guys, I'm just looking down. I'm like, oh my Lord, do I have so much reclaim to do. It's time to do it. I'm just going to have to... You know what I should do is like do a reclaim and then just make like as many 25-pound pots as I can. Because people at the shop are just, where's your 25-pound pots? And if I had 1,000 of those sitting there, they would go. And that is something that should happen. Talk about breaking my back. But if I do the reclaim, I'll throw it through the pug so I can get the clay to the consistency I want it to be. And hopefully everything goes good from there. But I literally probably have about could be close to a ton, I would say. 2,000 pounds. Yeah, if that's 1,000 pounds and that's all, it's probably close to a ton. My father likes. Yeah, that was all right, but I'm gonna give it a. Actually, no, that's not fair. That really isn't fair, Joel. How about I give it like father like son? Gail says, wow. Oh, the amount of reclaim? I know. Well, it builds off. We did a big amount of it last year. But not all of it. And back in the day, I used to make, like, I used to use like a very dark brown or black in color clay, and I would mix it all up and use the pug for only that clay basically. So I mixed the black clay and the white clay together to get a nice brown. So I've switched over the pug to just be using the white, and if I need to reclaim any red, I can, you know, kind of just do that on slabs. And if I need to, I can bring it down to my dad's shop and use his clay mixer when it's in red clay. But so what I'm trying to get at is that my pug is set up to be the white clay body. So we found, or my wife found a bucket or two of old, you know, brown and black clay, and it just looked like it probably was, there's just too much mold. I mean, I could throw with it and use it, but there was like mold in it. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to mess around. She didn't want to mess around, and I was like, really? But then I started thinking about it, and she is absolutely right. And I do not need to be messing around with it. Amanita, if I'm saying that right. How are you? Or Amanita? Yeah, Amanata. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry. My bad. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We had a bunch of other stuff that I did this morning. I got one store gathered for pickup. Another store made sure all the saucers were there for it. Got myself a haircut. Cut my hairs, what's left of it. Yeah. So we got a good start today with the stream, guys, with getting at least the 4-pound and the 6-pound pots done for that order, for the next order. So tomorrow I'll be working on 2-pound and 1-pound pots. I will also be loading a kiln for sure in the morning. I won't live stream that. No real point in that. And then yeah, I'll be back doing pretty much these same shapes, but in 2-pound and 1-pound sizes. Thanks for all those likes today, guys. I don't know how many of you actually still hear from that, but 114 likes. 114 people came in and said, I like this. That's cool. I find those things to be fun. I don't care if there's like 2 of them. Just people that took their time out of their day to hang out and watch. Or their night. Whatever it may be. Shuriken Zone. I got a haircut myself a couple days ago. destroy the historic remains of once a great society. Wow. Did you pull that from the top of the dome? That's just floating around in there. I'm getting a accurate, or I don't know if it's accurate, but I'm getting an idea of what's floating around in there. Shuriken. Chad? Ugg Chunks? No, you're in the wrong channel. How y'all doing? I could say I could pretend to be Chad if you want me to. You can make mugs on mugs on mugs. Say, how are you, Pookie? That's a horrible impression of one of my friends. That sucked. Actually, that deserves a... Seinfeld quotes are always floating around after banning with a bunch of other weird stuff. Yeah. It's funny because I wasn't hugely into Seinfeld when it was out. I always was one of those typical guys that was like, oh, this is a show about nothing, which it kind of was, but my wife and I really enjoyed the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I mean, we've rewatched them a few times. I wish he would do more, but I really enjoy those. Kind of had a different kind of vibe, you know, showing like kind of like who he is as a person interacting with other people, and the people they had on there, like Larry David was hilarious. I mean, I guess my favorite ones were the Ricky Gervais one because I'm just, I don't know. That actually, no, that's not true. My favorite ones were Bob Einstein, Super Dave, because some people would remember him if you're old enough, like I am. Yeah, Super Dave was my favorite, 100%. He was on twice. Yeah, Bob Einstein. He's awesome. So I need to watch more of those. Only seen a few, but really enjoyed them all. Yeah, I mean they're worth watching. Like I said, there's some that are more intriguing than others. I said the Bob Einstein one, the Larry David one. The Bob Einstein, actually, he had Bob Einstein on twice. Unfortunately, Bob Einstein has passed, but there was a documentary about his brother that came out that I want to go and find. I don't know where it's playing. His brother was, oh, what the heck is his name? They changed his name. It was Einstein as well, but they didn't use his. He was in Defending Your Life. It's called I think. Look, dude, I gotta look this up. Most people didn't know they were brothers. Defending Your Life cast. Okay, duh. Albert Brooks. That's Bob Einstein's brother. Albert Brooks was Albert Einstein. So I see why I changed his name. Maybe it was Albert Einstein Brooks. No, Brooks Einstein. I don't know. But yeah, no. They did a whole thing on him, and he's a great comedian as well. He says, I know he just sometimes he comes on here. Yeah, no, he pops in from time to time. I talked to him last week. Seemed like he's doing good. Wishing each other the best, and we had a good time on the phone. It was nice to catch up with him. Seems like he's doing well. Yeah, so anyway, guys, all right. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging with me today while I got that portion of the order done. And yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. probably be around the same time. So, if I can make that work. Let me think about if I can make something work. First cup of Joel, stay well. You too, buddy. We'll catch up with you soon, man. Country Carpenter. Peace, man. Shaw, Country Carpenter. Just messing around. I don't know what you sound like. Shurkin, take care, Ben and Joel, and everyone have a good one. You too, Shurkin. Appreciate you popping in and not throwing any stars at me. Gail, be kind. You wrote that at the end of the last one. That's a good sign off. I was just gonna go with the cliche like Ryan Seacrest, like Wolff out. Ugh. The American Idol Ryan Seacrest Wolff out. Where's the button? Boo! Up next, Ruben Studdard. Can he beat Carrie Underwood? Everybody? No, Be Well. Be Well was overused because of Demolition Man. Be Well. You said you didn't have it. I don't have a sign up. I usually say stay classy YouTube. So there we go. I think that'll be it, Gail. Thank you for always tuning in, Gail. Fresh cup of Joel. Everybody that's in here. Shuriken Zone. Randers popped in. Passerby. How could I forget Passerby? He's always in here. Yeah, who else? Whatever. Shout out to everybody that popped in, popped out, gave the likes, all that stuff. And now I'm not going to say that, Joel. You're the one that says that from the other end. That was cheeseball. Another. All right. Stay classy, YouTube. Peace.